Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you couldn't already tell, I am considerably sick. I'm actually sick from school today, but I couldn't wait to make you this video, so I just thought the hell with it, and I'll go ahead and make it even with this terrible voice. So first off, the main reason why I'm making this video, I'm not bragging or anything, I'm not shoving my acceptance into anyone's faces. It's simply because whenever I was searching the process of being accepted or denied into AMDA, which is the school I was accepted into, I couldn't find anything on the internet. There were a bunch of forums like discussing AMDA as a school, but there was nothing like securing my knowledge of whether or not I'll be accepted or denied. So I thought I'd share my process with you in case you're applying to the same or a similar college, so that you know all of the steps and what to expect either way the outcome is. So obviously, according to the title, I was accepted into AMDA. I auditioned, well, starting from the very beginning, I was getting emails from them back when I was considering different colleges at the beginning of my senior year, and they offered me a waived application as well as a scholarship with the application if I went ahead and applied to them, which I did. I wasn't going to just not apply to them. They required with my application, I'm not sure about the original application if you just take the steps yourself to apply, because they contacted me. All I had to do was get one dramatic reference and send in my transcripts, and I believe that was it. I want to say that's all the paperwork I had to send in, and I had to audition, as well as fill out their application, of course, but aside from all of that, those are your necessities. And then my audition was on December 13th, 2015 in Dallas, Texas, because I live in Oklahoma. That was the closest to me, and the closest date because I wanted to know as soon as possible, because my mom is moving to China next year, so I kind of needed to know really quickly what my plans for next year were going to be. So the process of the audition is we were all in a room together, and they had some alumni from both the LA and New York campus in all of the arts come and talk with us, and then they separated us according to what our major would be. So there was musical theater, acting, and dance. Of course, I was in the acting. I'll be going for the studio conservatory certificate in acting up in New York. They separate you and they give you little cards on the number and the order you're going, and they have an alumni with that major observing and judging you, as well as recording you and taking notes and timing you. Your audition with your intro and everything could not exceed 4 minutes, so 2 minutes for each monologue from published plays that you could act within 2 years. So like I'm 17, so the youngest I could go is 15 and the oldest 19, so I went with like teenager kind of things. They have a bunch of lists of plays you could audition from on their website, which is pretty cool. It gives you a kind of leeway into what you should know, and you should have read the plays in their entirety so you can answer any questions they may have about the play and about your character. So it includes a little research, but it's so worth it. And so you go in one at a time, and there was 11 of us in the acting major, I want to say just in Dallas. I don't know about other locations. I'm guessing in New York and LA they have larger numbers, but for Dallas it was considerably small. One person didn't even show up, and I was just like, you're giving up the chance to go to New York or LA, what's your issue? But you know, their choice. I know one person that I auditioned with that got accepted as well, so that's pretty cool. We made pretty good friends. That was chill. And then after the process, they start considering you 4 to 6 weeks after your audition, if you have all of your paperwork in. I thought I had all of my paperwork in, but apparently my counselor didn't send my transcript when I thought she did, so I had to get my own copy and send it in. And not all of my paperwork got in until January 12th, so that was a month afterwards. So that was such a bummer, because then after they have all of your paperwork, then it's a 4 to 6 week process to know whether or not you got in. So I was thinking I'd find out, you know, in January. Then the accepting process is, I knew how getting denied worked because I had a friend who auditioned who didn't get in, and he said that they simply sent him a letter that said that he did not get into the school. So every packet that I got that was really small, I was so worried that it'd be a letter getting denied. So maybe that's a bad thing to know because it gives you a little bit of paranoia, but it's also something to expect in case. Whenever I got accepted, I actually missed the phone call initially, and there was a voicemail saying, "Hi, this is so-and-so, I'm calling to follow up on the decision we've made at AMDA, and if you could give me a call back as soon as possible, we can discuss some things." And I called him back immediately, and what he does is he doesn't tell you immediately whether you're accepted or denied. I don't know if you're denied, you get one of these phone calls, but he told me the notes that they gave me and how they were looking for my GPA, all these positive things. And then he said, "Well, first off, I'd like to congratulate you on your acceptance into AMDA." And so I was like, oh my gosh. And my mom was like jumping up and down, and my theater teacher was like crying. It was awesome. And then he told me everything I needed to know, and then he sent me an email with all the things I needed to fill out in order to be accepted, my tuition fee, my housing fee if applicable. And then, once all that was over, a few days later, today, which is why I'm telling us today, sick as can be, is that I finally got my acceptance box. And this is really cool. When I got accepted into Wichita State, all they sent me was a little card saying congratulations, and I didn't even have my correct major on there, which was a bummer, but I was so excited to go to Wichita. I still have a bunch of memorabilia for them, but so they send you this box, and it has your certificate, has your entire pamphlet to fill out, everything you need to know about FAFSA, and their booklet for the school and all the curriculum stuff. And so it's a really, really cool thing, and it's such an honor to be able to go and work in New York for them for 2 years, and then I'll apply to go to LA. The main difference between New York and LA is in LA you can get your BFA, and in New York you can only get your conservatory certificate. So I'm going to try and get my BFA. I don't know where I'll be at the end of next summer, which is when I'll finish off my 2 years. Their semesters are 15 weeks each, and it works differently than traditional college. So I'll finish off my 2 years at the end of next summer because I'm starting June 27th. And then I'll apply to go to LA to finish off my BFA and see what happens from there. So I'm super stoked, and I hope this was an informational video for anyone wondering or in the process of wondering like I was for the longest time. Get all your paperwork in immediately. You'll know as soon as possible. If you do that, get all your paperwork in before you even audition if possible, and break a leg. It's gonna be such a fun ride, and I hope to take you guys with me to New York. And have a great day. I'll see you next time.